So, I've always wanted to be able to have an office or a studio that looked like really amazing. And this behind me has always been one of my biggest enemies. Like I got a whole new frame and that didn't solve the problem, did it? Also, it's Update Monday! What's going on with y'all, big dog? And it is an amazing Update Monday. I hope that your Monday is going amazing. And if it ain't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your Monday ruin the rest of your Monday. Speaking of such, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 months and 3 weeks of ruining rheumatoid arthritis. I gotta say, I walked up in the same building as rheumatoid arthritis and I said, how's Squamata doing? And they didn't know how Squamata was doing, so I had to get the clamps. I have been doing absolutely outright phenomenal. I can even pull my chain out because Debo ain't here, so ain't gonna do nothing to me. One thing I wanted to talk to you about, especially this time around of the year, is New Year's resolutions. People always have some really cool goal that they say they're going to do. Just do it. Like, But seriously, whatever that goal is, just get out there and do it. Don't do it on next year. Don't do it in 2022. Start doing it in 2021. My New Year's resolution is to never have another argument again. And the reason why I say this is because when two people argue, there's never a positive outcome. We can always word our sentences differently to come to a common resolution. I think I want to be more like Gandhi or Squamata. There is a ton of potential in that philosophy, just like how these particular strategies have a ton of potential themselves. That's right, so today I'm going to be talking about strategies with a ton of potential. These are some strategies you might want to start looking at because the right things can fall their way and boom, they are amazing. So without further ado, let's let's just jump on it. So, this ain't gonna work, is it? The first strategy I want to talk to you about is the wave. Marine says is a strategy that I originally thought would get the support that it would need to be a top contender, but unfortunately it just never really panned out. Kind of like how Solomon Greats was a deck that we knew was gonna get potential. I wish Marine says got a structure deck. But regardless, in 2022, this deck is looking to change the tide as it is getting some support inside of the legendary duelist Abyss Rising. What makes this deck just brimming with potential, you may ask? Well, their trap card in Marine Cess Wave just screams, I am a busted Yu-Gi-Oh card. Not only can it negate the effect of a monster on your opponent's side of the field like Infinite Impermanence, it also provides blanket protection if you have a Link 2 monster on your field and can be activated from your hand if you control a Link 3 Marine Cess. Bro! And by the way, this is not copium for me buying all those copies of Marine Cess Wave. This is an incredibly good card inside of a deck with a ton of potential right now. The deck has an amazing grind with monsters like Blue Slug and an enemy, allowing you to gain monsters from your graveyard to your hand and special summon monsters to your side of the field. But also has some very strong main deck monsters like Blue Tang, which is a foolish burial and a potential reinforcement of the army, and Seahorse, which is just what Link monster you wanna make. What Marine Cess always needed was just more Marine Cess support. They had a solid group of cards, but some really good support would put them over the top. This time they get it. Marine Cess Dive serves as a monster reborn for any non-Link Marine Cess monster, but if you just so happen to have Battle Ocean on your side of the field, you can special summon Marine Cess monsters from your deck. This doesn't add from deck to the hand. It doesn't place from the deck to the side of the field. It special summons from your deck. Marine Cess has the potential to be a legitimate deck. Being able to use Battle Ocean to make some of your strongest monsters unaffected, not a lot of strategies can deal with some huge attack monsters that they can't use effects to get over. Thunder Dragon is actually a lot more underrated than what players think it is. How Thunder Dragon works is that you got your Light Thunder Dragons and your Dark Thunder Dragons. Follow on with me. Your light Thunder Dragon monsters like Thunder Dragon Hawk and Thunder Dragon Matrix allow you to gain more utility to your hand or special summon to your side of the field. Your dark Thunder Dragon monsters like Thunder Dragon Dark and Thunder Dragon Roar allow you to search Thunder Dragon cards from your deck to your hand or special summon from the deck. Why is this important? Well, they're light and dark monsters, meaning that you can summon some really bad boss monsters like Chaos Dragon Levianeer to be able to destroy your opponent's cards on their field, rip cards out of their hand, or special summon from your graveyard. And since the deck is just so good at putting bodies on the field, almost every single Link monster in the game, like Axis Code Talker when you want to destroy cards and swing for a huge amount of damage, to even being able to make Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess when you want to negate your opponent's import monster effects, the sky is the limit for my Thunder Snaky boys! Now, why does this strategy have so much potential? Why does Konami keep on making sets with chaos in the name? Seriously, we're gonna have a Battle of Chaos, a Dimension Chaos, a Chaos Force. There's gonna be a set called Chaos, Chaos, Chaos that's gonna be invented, and I'm pretty sure my son's gonna be talking all about it like it's Invasion of Chaos. And basically what I'm trying to say, as long as they keep printing Chaos monsters, Thunder Dragon always has an opportunity to take advantage of those, because those are the best monster to banish. You can gain their graveyard effects. Thunder Dragon also has a couple of cards on the forbidden list, like Black and White Dragon, Calypsurfin, and Wyver Buster respectively, as well as, of course, Thunder Dragon Colossus. If these ever came off the forbidden list, the deck would be a lot stronger. Tons of potential there. I don't even got it right side up. I'm gonna just put this away, dog. Don't even worry about that. We gonna figure something out later. The next strategy has a symphony of potential. That was a really, really bad one just for me to say that Orcus, oh man, look out for that strategy. What Orcus have, what a lot of players just don't realize, is that it's a deck that can thrive anytime a new dark deck comes out. This strategy can be treated as a supplemental engine, played inside of all types of new strategies or old strategies, or it can be its own instrument of destruction. Because, well, this isn't the most egregious thing. I called Galatea Piano not too long ago. Basically, how Orcus work is that you can activate these cards in the graveyard by banishing them, such as Orcus Nightmare, allowing you to send Dark Machine monsters from your deck to the graveyard. Not only can you send Orcus monsters like Orcus Simple Skeleton, which is a monster reborn to all of your Orcus monsters, you can send other Dark Machines like Gizmic Orochi, which is a card that can special summon itself as an extender and an extra body. Your Link monsters also have fairly interesting effects, not being able to be destroyed by battle or card effects when linked, but also having the ability to set Orcus spell and trap cards through Galatea, and then being able to send cards on your opponent's side of the field to the graveyard through Longirsu. But where Orcus actually thrives the best is that it's a deck that has an Exceed monster, but none of the monsters have the same level. Like, seriously, it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 7. None of them have the same level. All right, now incoming musical pun, but you want to wait for the 5th and 6th key, right? Now we know that Orcus is going to get more support, mainly because this is a deck that has a tuner monster but no synchro. That is going to change, I promise it. It's also a strategy that can get better with the Forbidden List if Orcus Harpoorer comes off the Forbidden List, which allows you to special summon Orcus monsters from your deck to your side of the field. Boy, it will be a lot more consistent for this strategy and making it very optimal for some pretty big combos. I really didn't think that I would ever say this strategy in tons of potential, but as one way the pendulum swings, it has to swing back. Pendulum Magician is a strategy that's actually really good right now. Monsters like Double Iris Magician have been relieved off the Forbidden List, meaning that you can search your cards like Time and the Space Pendulumograph, and those cards are fairly powerful. Specifically the Trap card, it destroy cards for destroying cards, then send cards for not destroying cards. It's dope. Pendulum also has access to some of the best synchro monsters in the game, as Baron de Flor is a level 10 monster easily made with Harmonizing Magician and Oath Dragon Magician, as this the deck is also mostly level 4s. Monsters like Borreload Savage Dragon are also really easy to make. I genuinely feel that the deck is pretty good right now, but what happens in the upcoming year is that it even gets more potential. Not only could cards on the Forbidden List come off like Heavy Metal Foes Electromite and Skullcrobat Joker. Don't get excited about the first one, I don't think it's gonna happen. But there is a monster that is coming out on the horizon that is similar to Electromite. Beyond the Pendulum allows you to search for a Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand, but you can't use the effects of cards until you Pendulum summon. That's actually a really fair version of Electromite. It also allows you to destroy 2 cards on the field when 2 monsters of a different level are Pendulum summoned to its Link Arrow, so it's a really good card. Pendulum Magician has a ridiculous amount of potential because some of their most powerful Xseed, Fusion, and Synchro monsters are not only unused, this is a strategy that gets better very soon with the new Pendulum Link support monster. And the last strategy I want to talk to you about ain't no soldier boy, but it's always coming with the Draco. True Draco is one of the strategies that predates most of you Yugi Zoomers. Incoming Yugi Boomer alert. Back in my day, using the Fusion deck was indubious. We wouldn't entertain any of that type of riff-raff. Now tribute summoning, that is where it is at, as the young ones would say. True Draco was built on tribute summoning, tribute summoning, tribute summoning. Tributing your spell cards like True Draco Heritage and Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix, allowing you to destroy your opponent's spell and trap cards, and then tributing your trap cards like True Draco's Apocalypse and Return of the True Kings to be able to destroy your opponent's monsters. The best thing about them is that both of these spell and trap cards grant you an additional summon, meaning that you ain't even gotta use your normal summon to summon. Cards like Amano Iwato and Inspector Border are amazing for this strategy. Amano being able to break your opponent's boards because they can't activate their effects while your spell and trap cards get rid of their cards. And Inspector Border says, you can't activate effects. There are a plethora of cards on the Forbidden List that all they gotta do is move ever so slightly to put True Draco back into contention. Dynamite the True Draco Fighter. Masterpiece. Dragonic Diagram, Card of Demise. Just give us one? And even without those cards, this strategy has a ton of potential because it still holds true to being an anti-meta deck inside of a format where players still need to activate monster effects and will lose their spells and trap cards and monsters to spells and trap cards and monsters. And that is all that we have for decks with tons of potential. I know that there are quite a few strategies that you may think that I have left out. Of course, I want you to let me know what are those strategies, as also be sure to check out these videos, as I'll catch you on the next one.